Hey gang, today we're going to take apart this spindle. Actually two spindles, there's another one down there. We're going to take these apart and I'm going to clean them up, and then we're going to take them along with those parts to a local sandblaster, assuming he gives me a reasonable quote. And we're going to have them, even though I've gotten most of the stuff excuse me, I've gotten most of the stuff off of those, I still want them sandblasted just to make sure that they're nice and clean. And I'm going to do the same with these spindles, so I can rebuild, well, spindles, the assembly, so that I can rebuild them and get them looking nice. So you see I've gotten two nuts off already. There's two screws. There's one right there and one right there. And on the back you can see they go through, and that's what those two screws right there went on. And now both of those are loose. I can turn them. So I'm going to work on taking this apart, and I'll come back when it's apart. And if there's any hints or tips that I can give as I'm doing it, then I'll do it when I come back. Okay, so I got the cap off. I don't know if you can see that cap. That thing is pretty dented, so I might try to, even along the edges, you can see where that's bent, where people have been prying up on it for years. Maybe it's just made like that, I don't know. But anyway, I'm thinking about getting new caps for it. But I took that off. I think this is a 1 1/4. So I'm going to try that, but I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a cotter pin right there. So I gotta get the cotter pin out so I can get the castle nut off. See if it'll come out. Get some leverage there. There we go. That wasn't so hard. We'll see if that's a 1 1/4. Yep, that's a 1 1/4. So that's probably a 1/2 inch. Get my 1/2 inch. Had to go look for my 1/2 inch drive. Actually, I think I'm tightening it. That was easy. Paper towel. So I think this all greased up. Stuff there out of the way. That's a washer. It's a pretty big ass washer. And it just doesn't want to play nice. See, nice big washer. Yeah, that's awfully loose in there. I don't know if the bearing is supposed to be that loose or not. I mean, I know it's supposed to roll around, but oh goodness, that bearing looks good. From the ones I've seen online on TV, that one doesn't have any scratches on it at all. That looks nice. Get stuff out of there. No, that just comes right off. Yay me. All right, there's the spindle. Spindle looks like it's in good shape. Not that I'd really know what good shape looks like, but I don't see any damage to it. It's got a line right. Oh, that's where it was machined. Can you see that? There's a line right there. And then one right there where it narrows up. This is a straight up shaft, and then it narrows in some there, and it narrows in some there. Okay, and now these things are 3/4. These nuts are 3/4, and they look like they kind of just pull out, but that one doesn't want to pull out. There we go. That one might be a little routed out in there. Let's see about that. All right, I'm gonna pause the video for a minute. I'm gonna go find what socket size that is, and we'll take that apart. After some trial and error, that is a 15/16. Now I'll turn it around here. I don't know if you can see it from your angle, but there's 2 tabs right there, and I had to bend those down enough to get the socket on there. And I think bent is what they're meant to be. Probably gonna have to get my breaker bar. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a breaker bar. Now I got it to move. I did it off camera. Back toward me a little so I don't. Again, that socket was a 15/16. A little bigger than 3/4, a little smaller than 1 inch. It comes right off. That comes apart. And that's apart as well. So now I just need to clean those, power wash them, clean them, and so I'm going to go do the same to the other spindle, and go ahead and get it apart. Oh, looks like there's something I didn't quite take out here. Got the back bearing there. Which way does it go out? It sits in like that, so it's gotta there we go. And that's the larger bearing. The larger bearing goes in the back. The smaller bearing goes in the front. Well, when I say front, I mean the side that faces the tire is where the smaller bearing goes. And the side that faces the coil spring and the rest of the suspension is where the larger bearing fits. See those? But I think that looks pretty good to me. Here's the ring. You see that, the seal? All that looks pretty good. So, all right, so off camera, I'm going to go do that to the other side because you don't need to see me take apart both. But that's how you break down the spindle, or the spindle. I keep calling it the spindle. This is the spindle. This is the I don't know, the assembly, whatever you want to call it. But that's I'll put it on the video what the actual name of it is, because I'm having a brain fart. So anyway, that's what we've got. Be back shortly. Okay, to get this thing back together properly, this piece goes under this bar. This is the top, this is the bottom. So really, it should be around like this. So this is the top, this is the bottom. This is the right side from the back, this is the left side from the back. You see how the left side, it's got this is one detachable piece, and it goes under the top spindle. And then this piece goes under this left detachable piece. And they both fit on the back of the main bar. So when you reassemble this thing, you've got to put it back just like this. And it's got a place right there for this nut or bolt to pass through. Got it from the front. Got that large nut there, and it's got one nut there, and another one over here. I also want to make it clear that this bearing, the one that faces the tire, goes, you see how it's beveled? It's sort of angled, right? It's skinnier at the top than it is at the bottom. It goes with the smaller side down. You see those words the leathers there, the leathers should face, I guess, up or toward the tire when you're putting this back on. So let's just be clear about how that comes out. It comes out like that. It doesn't go in like that, right? It goes in like that. Got it? Good.